Imagine staring into a mirror that doesn't just reflect light, but time itself. A mirror that peers not at your face, but into the trembling cradle of existence, to a moment when everything we know was compressed into a point smaller than imagination. A mirror that lets us watch the universe before it had form, before it had stars, before it had space to breathe. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to hold that mirror steady, a golden eye suspended 1,000,000 miles away, colder than the coldest vacuum, patient beyond human patience. It was meant to reveal the beginning, simple gases, newborn stars, chaos slowly sculpting order. But what it found when it peeled back the cosmic curtain wasn't infancy. It was contradiction. A rebellion against the laws of physics as we thought we understood them. Webb didn't just capture light, it captured impossibility. Instead of cosmic dust only beginning to organize, it saw structured cities of stars shining boldly from the universe's first heartbeat. Webb reached for the dawn and instead discovered noon. Astronomers expected darkness. Instead they found architecture. It began with one galaxy, a tiny red smear on early test images. But as Webb sharpened its golden mirrors and photons 13 billion years old collapsed into pixels, that smear revealed itself as something unthinkable, a mature spiral galaxy. Not tentative or incomplete, but elegant. Winding arms glittering with millions of stars, a luminous disk rotating with purpose, and deep at its heart a supermassive black hole so intense it twisted space like silk. Scientists stared and waited for the error message that never arrived. Because that galaxy wasn't a one-off freak. Webb scanned deeper and the universe poured out more, galaxies fully formed in an era where galaxies shouldn't exist at all. It was like walking into a nursery and finding adults, cities, history, but no infancy. The cosmic timeline, once linear and comfortable, now looked like a shattered ruler with missing numbers. To exist that early, these galaxies didn't evolve, they arrived. Spectral data made it worse. Contained inside these ancient structures were elements like carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, iron, heavy elements that required generations of stars to fuse and explode. Birth, death, rebirth, cycles that should take billions of years, completed in a cosmic blink. Stars must have lived fast, died violently, and seeded the cosmos instantly, like fire spreading through dry forest with no hesitation. The universe didn't grow slowly. It bloomed like lightning. And then something stranger, something beautifully unsettling, emerged. Webb detected not randomness but patterns. Galaxies arranged like spiral fingerprints, ratios echoing the mathematics of nature, golden spirals, fractal symmetry, repeating angles across billions of light years. The universe behaved like art, like design. As if some deeper instruction set had been baked into spacetime from the first moment, waiting billions of years for someone to notice the signature. A signature requires a reader. Webb became that reader. And then came the molecules, drifting in voids where nothing should survive. Not simple chemicals but complex organic structures, precursors to amino acids, the handwriting of biology itself. These molecules were older than Earth, older than the Sun, older than time as we experience it. They weren't born inside planets, they floated freely in darkness like seeds searching for soil. Life, it seems, may not be a cosmic accident. It may be a cosmic intention. If the building blocks of life existed near the beginning, then life didn't emerge late, it emerged early. Meaning life may saturate the universe like stars do, abundant, ancient, persistent. We are not the beginning of the story. We might be one sentence in an endless book. Then Webb returned an image that silenced even the skeptics. A configuration so perfect it bordered on symbolic, 6 galaxies orbiting a central mass in precise symmetry, like petals around a core. The universe does symmetry, yes. But not like this. Not so intentional. Not so geometric it looks handcrafted. Scientists named it the flower. Some chalked it to coincidence, others to gravitational lensing, but none could explain the purity of its symmetry. It felt less like chance and more like a message. A shape waiting billions of years for an observer to evolve to understand it. And still the discoveries deepened, twisting into territory where science meets myth. A few physicists, careful, hushed, began questioning whether observing the early universe might change it. Quantum mechanics tells us the act of watching alters particles. But what if it alters things bigger than particles? What if reality is participatory? What if the universe notices when we pay attention? Some Webb images subtly shifted after multiple analyses, faint differences in luminosity patterns, spectral lines bending as if responding to scrutiny. Probably data variance, experts insist. Probably. But what if our observation is not passive? What if by looking back into cosmic childhood, we disturb the quiet of what once was? What if we woke something ancient by staring too deeply? Not a creature, but a process. A consciousness embedded in the laws of physics. A universe not just expanding, but thinking. A universe that waited 13 billion years for someone to build a golden mirror and point it at the beginning. Maybe intelligence is not exclusive to biology. Maybe intelligence is written into space-time. Maybe the universe has been dreaming stars the way neurons dream thoughts, and Webb is the first moment it opened its eyes. We came seeking answers. Instead we found questions with teeth. Why do galaxies appear mature so early? Why do patterns echo across unimaginable scale? Why does chemistry suggest life is old, not new? Why does the cosmos look less like chaos and more like memory? Maybe we're not witnessing the beginning. Maybe we're witnessing the residue of something before the beginning. A prior universe. A previous cycle. A cosmos that lived, died, and reincarnated, leaving scars and signatures in ancient light. Webb might have photographed fossils of a universe we will never meet, only inherit. And that thought changes everything. Because we are not tiny. We are early-stage participants in a story written in galaxies and atoms. Webb didn't just show us stars, it showed us genealogy. It showed us that reality remembers itself. That we are not watching a cold mechanism unfold, we are watching a legacy ignite. What if the universe is not a machine? What if it's a mind? So now humanity stands at the edge of revelation, breath held, fingers trembling over keyboards, waiting for the next download of ancient light. We expected answers. We received an invitation. We didn't just observe the universe. We got its attention. And now we must ask what no civilization before ours had the means or audacity to ask. What did Webb see? Or more terrifying, what saw Webb? If this shook you to your core, if the timing feels deliberate, if the symmetry feels scripted, if something deep inside whispers that we have crossed a threshold, then stay. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Because the next signal, the next anomaly, the next whisper from the beginning of time may already be traveling toward us, encoded in light, in silence, in memory. Share this with someone who still believes the universe is empty. And tell me, honestly, what do you think woke up?